as they think and claim that can back their their premise. But it ain't backing their premise, because when you break it down, like the brother said, you find out that it means the quite contrary what they think it means. And that's why the Lord set up men that shall teach you wisdom and understanding. Those jackasses inside those churches, they don't have the wisdom and understanding. They're what you call false messiahs, false prophets that shall deceive many. This is why you have 2.4 billion people that are Christians. It's prophecy.
So it says many are called a few are chosen, man. That's, we wouldn't be out here doing this if the Lord didn't put the Spirit on it. You can't just know this, man. The Lord's got to put the Spirit on you to understand these things.
Right.
And to even have the faith in it in the first place.
Exactly. And like you said, brother, you have to have faith. Guess what? Faith is a gift.
Yeah.
See? A lot of these self-proclaimed Christians don't have no faith. Because if they really had the faith, they would all accept the truth that we're right. And we have the final word, and they should just say what we have to say. Cut the bullshit out, man. If they really have faith, but they don't have no faith. Yeah, so read on, brother. Yeah, you have something.
You're asking about the father of spirits.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence.
Right.
Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live?
Should we not be under the Father of spirits and live? So that's showing you right there that the Most High He's the power of souls and spirits, man. Okay, so you have all. So what that means is that can include them bad spirits.
Job 1.
Let's get it, brother. That can include the spiritual demon Satan. The spiritual demon Satan is one of those spirits. That's under the Most High. So what are these Satanists doing? What the hell are they doing, man? When you really analyze what the hell they're doing, it's just stupid. It's ridiculous. It's laughable, man. It's something to laugh about, because they really think that they're going to establish Satan order on earth. But Satan is leading them towards fulfilling prophecy, which goes back to the Most High again. Once Satan gets done doing what he got to do, guess what? He's going to return back to daddy, man. Right. That's all Satan is. Satan ain't nothing but, like you said, brother, a double agent. He's what you call the spiritual, there's another term for it as well. Opposed opposition, if I'm saying it correct. He's opposing himself like he's the opposite, but he's really an agent. So that's the spiritual demon Satan.
In a movie, he'd be the antagonist, but he's not really. He's also a protagonist, man. He's just doing what the Lord is commanding him to do, man.
Exactly. He's an actor. He's a spiritual actor, misleading the people.
According to these Satanists, or whatever you want to call them, they think Satan is Lucifer and is the devil. It's all these three things where the scriptures tell you we know who Satan is, we know who the devil is, and we know what Lucifer is.
Right.
So they haven't really got a clue. They're going to find out. They're going to find out.
Exactly, because see, them Christians, they also teach that Satan and the Most High, they battling.
Yeah, like they equal powers, man.
They ain't not battling no one's battling nobody, man. Someone's being given orders. Someone is under orders. We're gonna find out who's under orders. Go on, brother.
Job chapter 1, verse 6. Now there's a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them.
Okay.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth the Most High, and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Doth Job fear the Most High for naught? Hast not thou made an hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side, that thou blessed the work of his hands, and the substance is increased in the land? But put forth thine hand now.
He gave a command, put forth thine hand now. Go on.
And touch all that he hath, and he will curse thee to thy face.
So wait a minute, was Satan the self-willed spirit? He went down to go mess with Job? No. The Most High gave him a commandment. Go down there and mess with Job. He didn't do it himself. He had to wait for the command.
He had to get permission.
Right. Say it again,
He had
brother.
to get permission.
Yeah, he had to get licensed to do what he was doing. Okay, permission.
And
So, go on.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power.
Right, all that he have is in thine power. Go on.
Only upon himself put not forth thine hand.
So he gave another command. He gave another command. He says, read it again.
And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power.
Right.
Only upon himself put not forth thine hand.
Okay, go on.
So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord. And there was a day when his sons and daughters were eating and drinking.
Right, so that's it on that.
Yeah,
That's it on that. But the point of the matter is that the Father, the Most High, Yahweh, the creator of the heavens and the earth, he's also the Father of spirits. So therefore, Satan is a part of that. Satan is a part of the order of the Most High. All right, brother. So that's what we've learned today. Well, we haven't learned. That's what you've learned today, and you found out today. Okay, Satan ain't running his own thing, man. Satan ain't doing nothing by himself. He's doing everything according to the will of the Most High, and that's what you damn devils don't understand, man. Okay, and I'm talking about you, Rothschilds, you Rockefellers, you DuPonts, you Gettys, all of those that are involved in some kind of sorcery, witchcraft, worshiping these different gods of the ancient world. All of that is going to avail to nothing. All of what you've done is going to avail to nothing, and you're going to understand that. The prophecy states that you're going to be aware that your wickedness didn't bring you nowhere. Matter of fact, brother, can you give me that in Wisdom Solomon 5:16? Satan ain't running his own show. As you just explained it, I don't have to re-explain myself again. You got the point.
5 and 16.
Yeah, I think it's 5 and 16. Yeah. It says something about how they worry themselves in wickedness. Yeah, make sure, brother, don't miss your train this time.
No, I'm gonna catch it. 10 minutes.
Yeah. 10 minutes.
I think I'll leave it 10 minutes
Oh, okay.
in advance so I can go down to the station.
That's a good idea.
No, I don't think it's that. What's it say?
I'll tell you what, read on verse 5. Start with verse 5.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 5. How is he numbered among the children of Yahweh? And his lot is among the saints. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth.
Yeah, because they're gonna come to the realization at the last minute. See, the Most High is gonna open reality back to them, and they're gonna realize, oh shit, god damn, man, we should have just did what was right. We should have did the right thing. After all of these years and centuries of not millenniums, but centuries, they've been brought all of this wickedness, and at the very last minute now, all of a sudden they thinking to themselves, damn, man, we should have just did the right thing. Oh man, you know, the light bulb is gonna come on all of a sudden. Go on, brother.
It says, therefore we have erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness have not shined unto us.
They're gonna be regretful. Go on, brother.
And the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts.
We went through Afghanistan, we went through Baghdad, we went through Syria, we went through all of these different areas to set up our throne. But guess what? It didn't amount to nothing. Go on, brother.
Where there lay no way.
Where there lay no way. We did all the sorcery and the witchcraft and all kinds of wickedness, man. Drinking blood and just worshiping Satan, going all the way out. Because Satan really got them looking stupid, man. That's what Satan got them doing. Got them looking real stupid, man. All right? Making the damn fool out of them damn selves. Go on, brother.
But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it.
As for the way of the Lord, we have not known. And that's what the elites of the society are going to realize at the last end. While they're getting their ass whooped in slavery. Okay? Well, not in slavery, but they're going to realize that prior before they go into slavery. I'll say that. Go on, brother.
It says, what have pride profited us? Or what good have riches with our vaunting
Check
brought
that out.
us?
It says, what have pride profited us? Doesn't it say in the book of Obadiah that the pride in his heart have deceived him that dwelleth in the clefts of the rocks? So this is talking about the so-called white man, the nation of Esau and Edom, powers that be in particular.
All those things are passed away like a shadow, and as a post that pasted by.
You know why? Because we're going to be in the new heavens and the new earth, and the former things are going to be forgotten about. So what that means is everything that they've done is going to be put away. No remembrance. All right? No remembrance of the so-called white man and what he did on the planet, all the great stuff, all the great shit that he did, which really wasn't great, any doggone wickedness. It was great in wickedness, let me say that better. That's not going to be remembered anymore. That's going to be put to the past, no more, no less. Go on.
I just want to say before I read this, it's like the way the Lord puts these words together. It's beautiful, man. Listen to this. It says, and as a ship that passeth over the waves of the water,
Right.
which when it is gone by, the trace thereof cannot be found.
It cannot be found. Like you see those boats, right? And after the boats pass on by, it's like a keel, it's like a wave of keel. And then all of a sudden, the water returns back to normal again. You don't see that keel no more. So that's how the remembrance of the so-called white man is going to cease. And this is post nuclear destruction, forward into the kingdom of heaven. So their greatness and their flattery won't be remembered. They like to brag and boast about themselves, right? But guess what? All of their works that they've done, the great Greeks, the Roman Empire, the Great Britain Empire, the American society, that's all going to be done away with, man. All of that bullshit is going to be fucking done away with, man. And what's going to stand forevermore is our face. We're going to be the new face of the earth now. That's what's coming next. And that's going to stand forever and ever, pursuant to the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter. All right? The so-called Negro is going to get his shine on now. And we're going to be known as the Israelites. We're not going to be calling ourselves black people, African people. We're going to be known as the people. We're going to be known as Israelites.
Yeah.
All right? The people of the Most High. Go on, brother.
It's lucky. I done a video, I put up the apostles, the face of the apostles, and I was looking at the views, and I knew they'd fuck with it. I knew they would fuck with YouTube. I knew they'd fuck with the views on that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's lucky. Go on.
It says, neither the pathway of the keel in the waves, or as when a bird hath flown through the air, there is no token of a way to be found.
There's no trace to be found. So that's how the remembrance of the so-called white man is going to cease from off the face of the earth. Their ways and their things that they've done on the planet would not be recognized no more. It would not be recognized. And this is after we get beamed up out of here into the kingdom of heaven. Okay, I mean the history is going to be there because certain men are going to know the history. However, it's going to cease overall. And it's going to get to the point where it's going to be so bad that even these other nations, they're going to see the degradable state of the nation of Esau and Edom, and it's going to be to the point where they've never actually ruled. That's how bad it's going to look. That's what the Most High has coming for Esau. That's the end of the so-called white man. That's his end. His end is to be destroyed and to be in a desolate situation, man.
And if I could just say also, those nations, the other nations, are going to see the difference between the way Esau was ruling and then when we're ruling. They're going to see, man. That's another reason why it's just going to be done up. They're going to be forgotten about, man. No one's going to even care about their history and what they've done, man, because it's going to be looked upon as
It's just a bunch of nobodies. Because they really a bunch of nobodies anyway. That's why they have to flaunt them. See, when you have to flaunt yourself and you have to flatter yourself and act all prideful and arrogant, it's really because you're a nobody, man. See, I don't cut you, brother. I'm in the spirit, man. See, when you are somebody, you don't gotta flaunt yourself. You ain't gotta show off your cards to people. You ain't gotta do all of that. All of this bullshit.
Yeah.
It's because they're insignificant, man. They're insecure. People that are insecure because they know they're insignificant, man. That's what it is. All right, I don't gotta walk around playing the shit like a tough guy. I don't gotta do that shit like that because I know my worth. I know my valuability. But when you don't know your worth, you gotta show off because you're really insecure. That's what the problem is. And these devils, they're gonna revert back to square one, what they used to be, what they were from the beginning of time. And that's why Job said it himself. They were the base of men, and they're gonna revert back to being who they are, the base of fucking men, man. And that's beautiful right there. That's something right there that puts a smile on my face. All right? So you can see my bright, shiny white teeth. Go on.
I mean, like you were saying, it's like, because listen, they're always pulling the strings, man. They're always pulling the strings to make sure that they That's why they call it that white supremacy, man.
Exactly.
They're pulling them strings to make sure that they're still held, and they have to pull the strings
They have
they're
to,
not
brother.
because they're not that. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
It's all a facade, man. Esau had to rule
Fake,
by
man.
facade. He had to pretty much put a stake in his claim and say, look, we're the guys. We represent perfection. We represent the Bible. We represent Christ. We represent all that is right. And they had to do that, like the brother said, because so they can cover their asses.
So, man,
It's called covering it for their asses, what it's called. They're not doing that because that's not who they really are.
Yeah.
They're doing it to hide, man. That's a part of them being a fucking vagabond too. Let me hide from the world. Let me say that I'm this and I'm that, but really I ain't that. Because they scared that one day people gonna wake up and smell the goddamn coffee and they're gonna realize that these are the devil. And the world is already recognizing that already. That these Edomites are nothing but wicked, evil spirits, man, floating all around the earth. And they're gonna be put to death too. And any Negro that's side by side with these jackasses in this nuclear war, you're gonna be gotten too. Alright? End of story, man, on that.
that's a message.
Say what
for
you
all
gotta
them-
say, brother.
That's a message for all them coons out there, man.
Right.
Esau's not going to be safe, man. How long are you going to keep begging this man to do right by you, man?
Right.
He hasn't done it for all these centuries, and you still think now in 2019 he's going to turn around after all the wickedness that he's done.
Right.
He's going to turn around and say, yeah, look, I'm sorry, we
I'm
treated
sorry
you
for what
bad.
I did.
We're going to do this, that, and other. We're going
Right.
to make you right. That's never going to happen, man.
Oh, I'm so sorry for what I did. They ain't fucking
Never
sorry,
going to happen, man. Even when they're questioned about that,
I gotta stop cussing.
even when they're questioned about that, like you know, the high echelons in the government and that talk about reparations, they don't even want to admit it. They don't even want to. They don't even want to apologise, man.
Right.
When it comes to them talking about Holocaust and all that, though, they
Right.
want to talk about it all day long.
Exactly. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. My ancestors didn't. Listen, man, you are your ancestors coming back in the reincarnation. I know that's something you didn't know, but now you know. Okay? All of the atrocities that was done on the planet is your fault, man. It's you guys' fault, man. I'm talking about these Edomites out here. The reason why the planet is in a destructive state and is in a very decrepit situation. Let me use that word, decrepit. It's because of you devils, man. That's the spirit. Because see, I didn't really want to talk about Esau. I didn't really want to talk about this. But the spirit got me talking about this. You understand? Because we don't had enough of you. Your fucking games, your skullduggery, all of this stuff, man. The reason why I'm kind of cursing a lot, because I'm just expressing the way I feel for the time being, man. Sometimes you gotta let it out. All of this energy gotta come out, man. I can't retain this energy because I'm gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So in a sense, it's true. It can be therapeutic at times.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm just saying, man, look, man, things are gonna change for the better eventually. And what's gonna be so great is when we can finally put a foot to these crackers' faces, man, while they're on the goddamn ground, man. That's gonna be beautiful, man. That's
Feet
gonna
on
be
necks.
beautiful.
Feet on necks.
Just the feel of an Edomite's face on the back of your boot. And you stomping that bad boy to the ground, man. His face is bleeding and everything, man. That's
You know
gonna
why?
be a beautiful
Because
thing.
we're in their kingdom right now, and if any of them Edomite centurions roll up on us, man,
Right.
they can do all that sort of
They
thing
could do it, yeah.
and get away with it.
And they've done it.
But
They've
when
done
it's
it.
our turn, man,
Yeah.
we're going to be doing the same thing, and we're going to know in full confidence
Yeah.
that we can do it,
Yeah.
and we can do what we want.
Exactly. We can break their nose, we can break their ears, we can do all kind of stuff, man. But that's under our authority, under our power.
Yeah.
And they've deserved it, man.
They've done it.
Righteous indignation, man.
What is lucky? What you just said about the over in America, the shootings and all that. That they do, and there's more that's not documented.
Right.
So-
And they're even saying as well, what's not documented is that how many so-called Native American Indians that they killing too. That's not being documented. So they killing God, they killing certain Reubenites, and they killing in Jakes too. So Esau's gonna pay for that.
And look, that's all judgment as well. But still, they hold themselves not accountable, man. Like
Right.
the scriptures say, man.
Right.
Doesn't matter whether or not it matters, but the Lord deals with people how He wants to deal
Yeah,
with people.
yeah.
They don't know that, man. So when they're doing that wickedness and acting like, oh, you know what, we don't care, it's a bunch of niggas, whatever.
Right.
That's their wickedness, man.
Exactly. And it's just getting, and that rap sheet is growing and growing and growing, baby. And everything that's a part of that rap sheet, there's going to be judgment made for that. dating all the way back to Babylon when he said race it even to the foundation of that. That's why the scriptures tells you as well. That's why the Most High said in the book, he said, your sins have reached unto heaven. Because them sins that he did when he was in his youth, so it's all came about. You know, so yeah, you know, if you got any other precepts, brother, yeah, we'll go in 15 more minutes.
Yeah, because you mentioned about the abuse. Emmett Till's the example.
Yeah.
And the undocumented Emmett Tills.
Yes.
I remember even in Bethnal Green where I was brought up, there were stories about similar to Emmett Till, Pakis, when they used to do it to Paki, you know, so-called Indian people, they call him Paki bashing, go Paki bashing. And some of the pictures you couldn't recognise some of the Pakis after they finished with them. National Front, you heard about National, I think they call them BNP now, innit? Used to call them.
It's EDL, innit? They keep changing the name.
Yeah, they used to be
styling it out like it's something different when it's the same. It's still the same narrative. They still want to, you know, deal with the so-called blacks and the Indians.
So what they used to do, the National Front, at that time it was called the National Front, go in their vans all tooled up with, people told me, a little bit older than me, and I was just a little bit past that time, they used to have a whole heap of baseball bats driving around in the van, the National Front. Some of them had balls with spikes in it. See any niggers, get out and chase the niggers. And if they caught the nigger, it would have been an Emmett Till.
Yeah.
Most of the time, nigger Benjamin them can run fast in anyway, you know, to get away. But if they caught them, which in very few occasions they did, catch the Indians, the Pakis, they would have been an Emmett Till. So all those things there, they come to my mind sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
As you were saying.
Exactly, because that's what these Edomites used to do to us.
Yeah.
They used to play all kind of, you know, hunting games against our people.
Yeah.
Hunt our people down to the ground like a bunch of animals.
Yeah.
They did that, man.
And what?
They used to feed our people to the alligator. Okay, that's why you had that's why you got you know, shoes out there that they make called gator shoes. That goes back to what they did to our babies.
Skins.
Right, gator skin.
Yeah, skin. They used to call them.
They made them wallets out of
skins. Yeah, snake skins, alligator skins. Yeah, it was a fashion at one time.
Nat Turner, man, they made things out of his skin, man.
All right.
Yeah, and what they also did as well. What they did, I think, this is during the early 20th century. What they used to do, they used to pretty much like they would have these carnivals set up, and the Negro, he would put his head through the hole, right? And you know these Edomites, what they would do, they would grab like a coconut or a ball and try and throw it at the Negro's head.
Yeah.
That's what they used to do.
Yeah.
So it's hey man, that's
and they have the babies sitting on the things as well.
Right.
They drop into the water when they hit the target.
Exactly. So that's why it says, I don't cut you, brother. That's why it's beautiful that the scripture says it is a righteous thing to recompense trouble unto them that troubled you.
Yeah.
So we're speaking the right thing. We're not speaking anything bad when we say that. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do whatever we want to. Especially me, man. I'm gonna have a field day. I'm gonna have fun beating these devils down, man. You know, and this is the experiment, man, too.
Meditating terrorists, man.
Yeah. Shit. Go on, brother.
Right, Ezekiel 35, it says, moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an
because
end.
one thing that we know, man, you know, we're the few Negroes that understand this very well. We know that you so-called white people don't like us, man. We know this very well. We know that you talk shit behind closed doors. You like to shake our hands. You like to make us feel welcome. You know, you like to play psychology. But behind closed doors, you're talking shit about our people. And we know that very well. We're hip to the game. We know your game. We know you got your number. So there's no putting up a front. You can't put a wool over my eyes. You understand what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. It's like we're the same way. I'll shake your hand. I'll pat you on the back. At the back of my mind, I'm thinking like, well, shit, you gonna pay one day, bro.
Yeah, come on.
And one day I'm gonna do more than pat you on the back, smack you beside the head, break your freaking nose too, break your neck. If I wanted to go on, brother. That's what I'm thinking.
We gotta be like double agents out here, man, because we're living out in this kingdom, man. So we can't be telling every Edomite that we're gonna put them in slavery and that we're gonna beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah, you gotta calm down.
We can't tell them that.
Yeah.
So we have to it's almost like you're biting your tongue out here. Because, they want to shake your hand in that and they want to be your friend, but you know they're not really feeling that.
You ain't my friend, man.
No, they're not really feeling that. They're going on calling you niggas and spics and the rest of it. Anyway.
And we're not saying, and I'm not saying that. I'm not saying all so-called white people, because you got some so-called white people that are our people, that are our brothers. So I'm just putting that in the air too, because we don't want to get in that carnal state of mind. But I'm just saying, if your line goes back to Esau, you're through, you're finished, man. Okay, but if not, if your line go back to Israel, then you all right. You ain't gotta worry about that, man. You ain't gotta worry about that. Go on, brother.
Yeah, so
because you got some so-called white people that are our people. They go back to us. So we understand that. But we just saying overall, a lot of you devils are through. You're going to receive the payment of the things that you have done on the planet. And there's no getting off walking into the sunset, getting those fucking scot-free. That's what I'm saying. Go on, brother.
Ezekiel 35:6, it says, "Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood."
So the Lord is going to prepare you on the blood. Because hey man, I'm frail and to a certain degree I'm sick. We all sick. Okay? And I'm not going to be preparing no kind of violence on nobody. All I'm going to do is give the message. That's it. We just telling you what the Lord is going to do. What the Lord is going to do, He's going to prepare blood unto the same nation that spilled blood. Go on.
And blood shall pursue thee.
And blood shall pursue thee. Meaning you're going to get your blood shed. Go on.
Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
Go ahead.
Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut it off from him that passeth out.
So what is Mount Seir? What is another way of saying Mount Seir? Now, is it talking about the actual landmass of Mount Seir? No, this is talking about the landmass which the people of Mount Seir inhabit today, the new lands. That's America, that's England, and all of these different European nations. So slaughter is going to come through these lands from the Lord. Go on. Not from me, not from this brother, not from that brother, but from the Lord. Go on.
And I will fill his mountains with his slain men.
And I will fill his mountain with his slain men. And that's the military soldiers. They're going to be pretty much down in the dirt, 6 feet in the grave, and regular civilians as well. Well, prophets. Okay, go on.
In thy hills and in thy valleys and in all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword.
They shall all fall that are slain with the sword, because war is going to happen, and people are going to get drafted into the war, regardless whether they want to realize or recognize that or not. That's going to happen. And when your ass is drafted in that war, you're going to be put to death. Okay? With your head sunken into the ground. That's what's going to go down. Go on.
It says, I will make thee perpetual desolations, and thy city shall not return.
So the Lord is going to make a perpetual desolation. And that includes Isaiah, the book of Isaiah 13, where it speaks about how America will no longer be inhabited by man no more. Now, it doesn't say America, but America's whole name in the Bible is Babylon the Great. And that particular empire is not going to be inhabited no more. So that's what it means, that the Lord is going to set up perpetual desolations against this particular nation. All right, go on, brother.
It says, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
And it's all going to be known that the Most High did all of this. And then people ain't going to be walking around thinking about, oh, God is just good and that's it. No, the Most High is good, but He's also bad as well when it's rightfully so. Go on.
That's it on that.
So the blood that so-called white man shedded, that blood is going to pursue right back to you. It's going to ricochet. Give me that Colossians 3:25. Because see, the so-called white man, whether he realizes it or not, he's on trial right now. The earth, hey, the earth is the court, and we're the judges right now.